Welcome back to the podcast, episode number 11.
Not even 11.
No,
You've
yeah,
done
it's
11
11.
now. That's actually
Yeah,
pretty
it's
good.
11.
Quite impressed.
Speeding up now. I'm doing a lot more this year, so that's why I'm on 11. Like, I think at the end of last year, it was like 4 or 5.
Let's see, basically.
So I'm doing,
Doubled
like,
it,
I'm trying to do a
basically,
week.
innit?
Yeah, I'm trying to do every week. Obviously, I won't. This episode, by the way, will not be coming out this week. I'm just gonna let you lot know, yeah,
Oh, why?
because my exams are very
Oh,
techy.
yeah.
And editing this takes a while, so I don't want to be wasting time editing it. So as soon as my exams are done next week, like the day after or 2 days, I'll just bang out for one whole day and I'll get the episode out. So yeah, I'm just letting you lot know. Today I'm going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. Before we get into that, make sure you like, subscribe, follow the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Give me good reviews. We need to keep growing, and we're aiming for something by the end of the year. And if we reach that, then yeah, thumbs up. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about conspiracy theories today. We have one each. We came with one each. Obviously, we usually do a recap of what happened this week, but like, I can't lie. Not, I mean, stuff has happened, but like, I just can't be asked.
Yeah,
just it's not even I can't be asked. Like oh yeah, what happened to that? I heard, like, I saw him
with Connor
knocked.
Cody. Yeah, with Connor, basically, Salah was the ring on, and Cody came in and just clapped him. So I mean, obviously, wishing him all well and stuff.
Because I saw some people on Twitter blaming the refs for that.
Yeah, because they should have called offside. They should have been
offside. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
Guess that's a discussion for another day, innit?
Yeah. So we'll not talk about that. We'll try and keep this short. But yeah, conspiracy theories. Who wants to go first?
Agaash, you should go first. Agaash, it's your podcast, innit? So
I think I should go second. We should settle this somehow. I want to go first.
Oldest to youngest, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah, I hear that.
Fine.
Yeah.
So I want to be talking about the Earth landing, moon landing. People think it's fake. People still think it's fake. There are 3 reasons why. Do you know what the 3 reasons are? You see.
Something to do with the flag in it, the way it moves. That's right.
Yeah. So the way the flag was waving, like moving around.
The way the guys are moving, isn't it? It's sped up or something, isn't it? I think.
I didn't see that. But the 3 that I looked into was the shadow, the way the shadows were on the moon, the way the way the flag was moving, and the stars. So when they took the picture of them on the moon, there were no stars in the background. And obviously, like, there are big people that still think the whole moon landing is fake. But when you really look into it, I don't know about you lot, but 1969, I don't think you can really fake that kind of stuff. Like, with the technology we have now, maybe say nothing. But back then, like, I don't think it's even capable. You're not capable of doing that kind of stuff. So the main thing that they said was that when they took the picture of Neil Armstrong and I forgot the other guy's name, the other 2 people's names, there were no stars in the background. But then that got debunked completely, because back then when you take pictures, it only goes to a certain distance, innit? Like, it won't be able to capture what's behind
everything. Yeah.
So the stars, even though it's bright up there, whatnot, they weren't in the picture. They weren't in the shot. The flag one. Do you know about the flag? Why it was
the way
like
it moves or something?
You know why?
Nah, I have no idea why. Nah.
Do you, Kel?
No.
Because before today, I actually believed in that. Like, that was the biggest one for me. That was the biggest one for me. That was the biggest one for me. And I read into it today. The reason why it was upright and it was waving towards the end of it is because they attached a pole. Like, so let's say the flag is like that, the pole, and then there's another pole attached to it that way, going like that to keep it upright. So because if it wasn't there, the flag would just be flimsy.
Would just drop, yeah.
It wouldn't be upright. But because the pole wasn't long enough to go through the flag, towards the end of the flag, that's why it bent down a bit and it was flimsy. So that's why the flag was upright and waving around like that. So that got completely demolished as well, debunked. But that was the biggest one. And then the other one was the shadow one, when the sun is right there next to the moon and it shines the lights towards the moon. Obviously, because it's in a certain way, the way the moon's atmosphere is, it can sort of bounce off lights in different ways. And I'm not a physician and that kind of stuff, but the shadows mean.
Yeah.
It's just shadows. Like that's what I read into it.
Yeah,
And the last one actually I forgot to talk about was because you know how was it 3 or 4 people? 3 people went up there, right?
3,
or
I
4?
think. Yeah, I think 3.
I feel like it was. No, 3 of them. 3 of them. Let's say 3 of them. There were pictures of them 3, and people were like, oh, who's the 4th person taking a picture, or who's the 5th person taking a picture, blah blah blah, this that.
Yeah.
And then they debunked that because saying, oh, we attach cameras to the spaceship while they would be taking pictures while we're up there, innit? Because it's a bit stupid. This whole conspiracy went on for a time. Like people like Joe Rogan were talking about it. He actually believed in it. I think he still does. He thinks it's fake. But I like again in it. If you're back then in that time trying to like BS something this big, yeah, and then hide and keep it like this for so long, like, and there's no evidence of it for being fake other than your own mind. Like it's a bit stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like why would you fake that? It's such a big thing. Like you shouldn't. I hope they haven't, you know. But that was
I just feel like it's kind of disrespectful in a way as well, because obviously it's like his biggest life achievement.
It's
and like
massive.
imagine your like life's work, your biggest thing, and people every day, even to this day, are still coming to you like, oh, it was fake. I just feel like in a way it's a bit like, oh, okay, like it's just a piece of history, innit? It's a piece of history.
I swear some guy went up, like, so before the whole Corona thing, lots of people went up to, I think it was the other guy, and they just kept assaulting him, saying, oh, are you fake?
It's
wrong, man.
It's stupid, bro, isn't it? Yeah.
It's mad.
It's just
like
it's taking
I don't know. I don't know how they went on that kind of conspiracy theory. Like I brought a simple one today, but like people need to understand that from the moon as well, there are pictures of the Earth, right? The Earth being round, by the way. You can see it's like how can you BS that? Like how can you BS all of that kind of stuff? Like you can't. It's long, man. Maybe now say nothing, but nah. It's the same thing, like, you know when we're going to land on Mars, like soon we'll be able to go to Mars. I think like the whole, something recently landed on Mars, right? Like we landed something on Mars recently. Like once we're able to get to Mars, people are going to be thinking, oh, that's BS as well, for sure, 100%.
People are going to find a way to like discredit everything they're at the end of the day.
They're bored. They're just bored. And
yeah, but they'll do like an Instagram live when they're on Mars, innit? So.
Oh yeah, no, they would actually.
Yeah.
You know, you could this I saw this on TikTok. You can write a message or something and you can send it to Mars.
Oh yeah, you can put you and like your girlfriend or your boyfriend,
and your girl's
send them to Mars. Yeah,
or you and your boy.
Wait, meaning what? What do you mean? Like it just?
So I think it's I don't know what it was, but they're sending something to Mars, and once it lands there, if you sent like a message up there or your name and your girl or boy's name up there, it's on Mars basically.
Well, like on a paper or like digitally?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I think it's digitally.
I have no idea. Yeah, it wouldn't be on paper.
I'm assuming so, innit? Yeah.
It's kind of lit, but you know, we're not in that position to be doing that. So,
unfortunately,
that's the moon one. Debunk.
That was a quick one.
That was very quick, actually. I think I went.
I feel like you kind of just.
Do you have any questions? I don't know what else to say. It's such a simple one. I was thinking about it as well. I could have thought of something else, but.
I reckon it's a good one because it's like something that's been a theory for a long time. So it's like there's been a lot of like work into it. It's a good one, but I don't know. I really I feel like for me anyway, it's always been a thing of like, nah, like obviously it's real, innit? Like I've never questioned it in my mind, and every time I've seen someone question it, I've been like, oh, you're an idiot, like, you know. So I feel like it's always been like that in my head. But obviously there are, you know, things which like may have said, oh, it's not true, but obviously, you know, thanks to your clarification, it's all
my clarification, but I'm just reading off some other video. I'm just telling you what someone else said. But like I said, like if you had asked me like before this whole Corona thing and like about stuff like this, I would have believed it. Like I believed in Bigfoot for time, bro. Bigfoot's another conspiracy. Yeah, I don't know about you lot, but I was watching Finding Bigfoot when I was younger, and these men would be going to the woods, and you know how I don't want to disclose our location, but we have massive woodland near us, Harish. Yeah. Like I would go there and like just start banging the trees, not banging the trees, but like hitting the tree. No banging. Hold on, let me finish. Start you getting another piece of wood or like no wood, like I was making noises in the woods. No, I wasn't making noises. I was making. You know what? I'm not leaving. I'm not saying it. But
basically, I believe trying to say that he went Bigfoot hunting in it.
I went Bigfoot hunting in the woods near us. I thought it was real
Yeah,
for time. I was like coming off school. I was watching all these videos.
It is real, man.
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta believe.
Maybe
You gotta
at
believe
one
in
point.
it.
At one point.
There's
Not
some
now.
sort of thing in it.
At one point, not now. You see that picture of a guy, this guy like this?
What?
Have you seen that picture? Where I'll put it on now. I'll put the image in. But there's a guy. There's like a Sasquatch, a Bigfoot, just like this, and some guys caught it on film. I'll put it in now, but you'll see. But like, it's crazy, bro. I believe the whole thing, bro.
I've seen these YouTube videos, and you know when it's like mysterious creatures found on tape, and they have actual video. Yeah, there are some that genuinely look like some sort of Bigfoot thing. Like, I've seen weird creatures. We should watch that one day. It's very
now you lot have, obviously you lot have been on YouTube in it like 2 a.m. in the morning on like a school night where you're like, oh, top 10, because like obviously you've seen it like pictures and stuff, but I don't know. It's just there's a lot of explanation for things these days, isn't it? Like, so I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in it.
At some point, we used to in England. We used to have is it jaguars? Not the car, the cats, the big.
Yeah,
it's jaguars. It's the other black cat. I don't know what the other black. I forgot what the other name was. We used to. Black cats, man. But like they were the big ones. That they're in America now, but they're not here anymore. But like people would say like, oh, like near farms and stuff, they'd see massive cats just running through the forests and the woodlands and the farms. I think maybe they're like those type of things. Obviously, when they stand up as well, you can maybe say like, oh, it's an ape or something in it. But I don't think like Bigfoot and that kind of stuff is real now. At some point, for sure, 100%.
Yeah,
100%, 100%.
Especially when you're younger as well, you're like obviously gonna believe it. But yeah,
you believe everything when you're younger, for sure. Of course. Yeah, aliens do exist, but that's a different story. All right, who's next?
Oh god. Harish wanted to go last, innit?
You stitched me up, man. You're next.
See, I don't mind it. I'll go if Kel doesn't want to. But
just go, man.
Which one?
Okay,
Kel, go.
Okay, I'll go. Basically, I had trouble finding a good one, because they're all just like debunked straight away. So what's the point?
Yeah, this one's like one as well, but I couldn't be asked for having exams in it.
Yeah, I was just I spent about 10 minutes just looking for one, and I was like, I've seen this one before, innit? So this guy called Bob Lazar, have you heard about this, Agaash? On Joe Rogan?
I want you to explain it.
Yeah, okay. So basically, this guy.
No. I've heard the name, but I haven't had the actual theory in it.
So this guy claims to have worked in a facility near Area 51 on like UFO technology, like he's reverse engineering and like analyzing it. And so basically he also like claimed that there was this like they were made out of this stainless steel kind of material, and he found that they were made out of some element called element like 115, that at the time when he said it, they hadn't actually artificially produced it yet. Like humans hadn't artificially produced that element. But then now, I think it was like 2003, it's been found to be an actual real element. So it does exist. And so that's like the most like big thing that kind of gives it some sort of credibility. But yeah, like this idea of just people knowing, like kind of like Men in Black sort of shit, like just knowing about this technology, but we don't know about it. And then obviously he went public and stuff because I think he was scared that they would like take him out, innit? Yeah.
Like I swear, was it him that said like, so he didn't work in Area 51, or am I bugging out?
No, I think he worked near Area 51, and he's claiming the place was near it, like it was in some weird location.
Was that the only stuff he leaked? I swear there was more.
Because I feel like there's more like of him going to Area. Yeah.
I remember when I don't know who it was though, but someone said that when they were in Area 51, they saw like these ships and stuff that they'd never seen before that'd been like man-made, yeah. And there was one time where they had to inspect a ship, and there was a ship that they went inside, and it would only fit people that were like 3 foot under, like so us lot couldn't fit into it. But like when you go inside, when they inspected inside using cameras and whatnot, there were like literally like desks full of like just control panels and whatnot. But like I don't know who said. It's either Bob Lazar or someone else said that in it, but like I don't know.
I think it might have been him, because I remember that story of watching one of the videos on Joe Rogan, and I think that was him.
Crazy, innit? that was crazy. When I listened to that, that was mad. But yeah, like this guy is under witness protection now. Is he?
Some sort of because he was
He's
getting.
Not in the UK, is he? Not UK, US. He's in Russia, right? Who's the one in Russia? Who's the matey in Russia that got like he's not allowed to go to US? Like he's in protection in Russia or something. Some guys in Russia.
Let me check. Where does Bob
I have no idea about this, and so I can help.
It's crazy. Now Area 51 is mad, fam. Like the amount of
stuff. That's a whole lot. Do you remember people like, planning on raiding Area 51? There's a whole Facebook thing, and people ran.
I need to know who's the one that's stuck in Russia, fam. Oh wait, hold on. No, that's different. It's Edward Snowden. That's my bad. I that. Yeah, it's completely different.
Oh,
but, yeah.
You can.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. But like, Area 50, not Area 51. Bob Lazar, like he said a lot of stuff. What else did he say, bro? It was just that, though, innit? The material that was used, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like the main thing from my.
Yeah, but I feel like that's quite credible. As far as these things go, that's probably one of the more credible sources, I'd say.
What year was that?
That was. So in the interview where he revealed it, that was like 1989, but he must have worked there.
Imagine sometime in 1989 they're doing all of this stuff. Imagine what they're doing now.
Would you take a job from to work in Area 51?
Oh, 100%, 100%.
No,
yes.
but the conditions are you work. It's the same thing for Apple, yeah. Because I know Apple do this as well. If you work for Area, let's say, do you know about the conditions for Apple? If you work there,
No.
So if you work for Apple in the design place and whatnot, I think you work on things that are 10 years in advance that they're planning on in advance. So when you hit that 10 years that you've been working on the product, you stop working for them because then you'll know more information. If you continue working for them, you'll know more information on what they're going to be releasing in the future. And you're not allowed to talk to anyone, or like you're not allowed to take devices in with you to work and stuff like that. You can't do anything. Yeah. It's all top secret. So like, would you do that where you work in Area 51, but you're not allowed to talk to anyone about it. You can't take any devices. You just go out every day, 9 to 5 for 10 years. You come out, you can say whatever you want, but by that time, people would know already. What would you do? Your life is sort of kind of done out for 10 years, but you'll know the mad stuff.
But you're part of like history in it, so.
Oh, yeah. And you know, Trump signed the last paperwork he signed was to release alien information before he left office.
Oh yeah, I remember that, the UFO.
Yeah, it's meant to come out soon. It's meant to come out soon. It's meant to be 6 months, so we'll know about that as well. That's crazy.
I have to do another podcast.
There's also more to it. I didn't read all of it because but there's a bit and it says he was walking down a hallway and he glanced through a door window and saw what he interpreted as 2 men in lab coats facing down and talking to something small with long arms. So
that's cap, bro.
That's cap, man.
That's cap, bro.
That's just to add a bit of flavor in it. That's a bit of flavor
in it, fully, bro. Now people will claim the madness in it. There'll be some truth behind it, but more time is obviously like gonna be waffle in it. But there's gonna be a little bit of truth in it, I guess.
But yeah, like I believe in him. I do trust that guy as well. Like something about him, the way he speaks, it's like something you'd listen to, and you'd be like, yeah, you know what, I believe you. But yeah, I don't know.
But the guy that's with him on the pod is very he chats so much. I don't know if you've seen that pod. There's a guy with a beard. He makes like the documentaries on like Skinwalker Ranch and that sort of and he just chats the most, and like he has no like, he'll be like, oh yeah, I don't really know the facts, but I know my history. Like those sort of people.
One of them, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Well, what's that conspiracy? That's quite mad. I think people should know that conspiracy, don't it? That's people might not know Bob Lazar, you didn't know the thing, but damn, crazy. 2 alien spacey sort of things done. What are we on to now?
Mine's completely different. Mine's all about like life as a whole and whether or not we're in a simulation or not. So mine's kind of based on the film The Matrix. I'm assuming you guys
haven't watched it.
Same.
No, because Harish, do you remember this whole incident on a party chat? You tried explaining to me the red and blue pill thing. I still don't understand it. I still don't.
Okay, well, I mean, today you can learn about it, isn't it?
Let's go.
Well, I guess I was gonna kind of go through the movie, but like you guys haven't watched it, if anyone hasn't watched it. But basically, just to give you like an outline of the film for just context in it, basically, so the whole concept of the film is that we actually live in an alternate reality in it. So basically, what the idea is that there are these people that can travel between both realities, and basically everyone's just plugged into like a machine, and like you're asleep in that machine, your brain's plugged in it, and the world that we're actually living in is the world that all of us are around. It's just a simulation in it, and it's not actually real. So what in this film, what the character does, the main character called Neon, he is Neon. Might be wrong with that. Basically, the idea is that he gets contacted by one of these time traveling people in it, and he has the decision of whether to take the red or the blue pill in it. So one of the pills, let me get it correct because
I don't want Neo.
Neo, yeah, it's Neo, yeah.
Why do you know and you haven't seen it?
No, I feel like the name's been used a lot.
Yeah,
Neo. I remember. I haven't watched it. I don't even. It's one of the movies where I want to watch it, but then I can't be asked in it. Okay.
Yeah.
No. I'm surprised you guys haven't watched it in school.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no,
it's
we
did.
I just don't remember it. It's like that. I watched the Truman Show again recently because I forgot about
the Truman Show is that's an interesting one as well.
You need to watch that as well, Kel. We told you about that.
Yeah.
Good movie.
So basically, so this is on Wikipedia, but the red pill represents an uncertain future. It would free him from the enslaving control of the machine-generated dream world and allow him to escape into the real world, but living in the truth of reality, which is harsher and more difficult. However, on the other hand, the blue pill represents a beautiful prism. It will lead him to ignorance, living in a confined.
Whoa.
I get what he's saying because I remember it now. What he said.
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay. So basically,
simplifying it.
So basically, the red pill, right? So basically, in this like scenario, the main character, he's unaware of everything. He doesn't know. He knows a bit, but he doesn't know all of it in it. So basically, either the red pill is where he can continue going on and he like gains like the power, the understanding where he is able to travel between the two worlds. Like he fully understands that we're living in a simulation, but he's gonna try to fix it in it. That's the whole point of the movie. But the blue pill that's the red pill. But then the blue pill, on the other hand, is basically where you take it and you just forget everything that's happened and you go back living in a nice little like happy simulation world and you forget everything that's happened.
What's the risks? So let's say I take the one where you find out what's going on and you go and try it. The red one.
Yeah, that's the red one. Yeah, exactly.
What happens then?
So if I tell you the movie, then it'll kind of spoil it.
Just say it, but I'll watch it.
Okay. So the red pill is he decides to take the red pill in it because he wants to find out and he becomes one of these people. And then off the top of my head, because it's been a while since I watched it, but he then goes on to find out about this world and they kind of like take it down in a way and he becomes one with the force. Well, it's not the force in it, but
this
he learns that like discovers the power.
This world that he's living in, the simulation, is it controlled by those people that are sleeping with the?
That's not controlled, but they're just in the world, in it. Like, so our brains are like hooked up into the simulation world, if that makes sense.
Oh.
So like, it's a thing of like, so the actual reality is not what we're living in right now. It's merely just a simulation. It's a game, innit? And basically, if you take the red pill, you kind of go further into that and you accept that we live in a simulation, but you learn the real truth in it. So basically, in a real simple form, the red pill is just so you understand the whole truth and everything that's correct, like everything that's wrong with this world. Like you learn a lot of like harsh realities. Like as much as it sounds good getting the red pill, like you learn a lot of bad things in it. But the blue pill is just that you forget about all of this and you can just live a happy life without knowing anything in it. So you kind of just like you live in the comfort and you're just like you're calm, like you don't need to worry about anything in it. But the red pill, like you know things, but it's dangerous and like it could lead to like a bad ending, basically. If that makes sense. And if that
and that leads on to your point saying we're living in a simulation.
As a theory, there are theories that we live in a simulation. There are loads of like obviously if I was to start now, there's a lot of theories going around about how there's a lot of scenarios that have been seen, a lot of things that have been seen that would indicate that we do live in a simulation. In fact, that like, and it's like
like what?
I shall have that. Okay, so this is another article that I found. It's talking about are we living in a computer simulation? There's loads of different theories, basically, which are called. So just for anyone that doesn't know what that was, so it's called the simulation hypothesis in this whole argument. And to define it, if anyone didn't really understand, so the simulation hypothesis is a modern equivalent of an idea that's been around for a while. And it's an idea that the physical world that we live in, including the Earth and the rest of the physical universe, is actually part of a computer simulation, basically. And so there's a lot of just as you go further down the argument, there's a example in it. It's called I'm going to butcher this name in it, but it's called the Schrodinger's cat. So it's basically it's a cat that a physicist called Edwin Schrödinger theorized that would be in a box with some radioactive material, and there was a 50% chance that the cat is dead, and there's a 50% chance that the cat is alive. Now, using your common sense, this would tell us that the cat is already alive or it's dead. We just don't know because we haven't looked in the box. So what it's saying is that there's a cat in a box with some radioactive material, but you cannot be sure whether the cat is alive or dead because you haven't opened the box. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like we can't know in it. But obviously using your common sense, you think, okay, I mean, it's either alive or dead because using what we know. But in reality, it could not be that. It could be like in Spain, it could be wherever in it. We don't know that because we haven't looked inside the box. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so within our own limits in it. So but then we open the box and it's revealed to us whether the cat is alive or dead. But using quantum physics, it tells us that the cat is both alive and dead at the same time until somebody opens the box to observe it. And the cardinal rule is a universe renders only that which needs to be observed. So basically that's a bit waffly, but what the argument is basically saying that we only know what we can see. Like for all you know, like when I walk out this door, I could just disappear in it. Like I don't actually exist. It's basically it's like because I did AS philosophy, so it's kind of what we learned about, innit? Basically, it's the idea that like our knowledge is only limited within our experiences. Like as much as I can tell you like, oh my gosh, I went to the park yesterday. You don't know that, innit? You didn't see me go to the park, innit?
Yeah.
Basically saying. So basically, the argument of how you don't actually know the world is real because you haven't seen all of it, and like the fact that you only know what you can see in it. So it's kind of just obviously like, common sense and, using your brain would make you think, oh, what do you mean that's stupid? Because, obviously
it makes sense. It makes sense.
But then it's like, oh, you don't know what you haven't seen in it. And there's just like there's a lot of arguments that like, there's a lot of different philosophical arguments that go on to talk about this. And basically
finish. I'll ask questions again.
Because they all basically just stem from that concept is the fact that we don't know what we can't see in it. And therefore, you can't be certain about anything until you see everything, but it's impossible to see everything in it. So therefore, could just be, for all you know, we could be we could just be in some don's back like basement. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's weird. It kind of makes you think, it's just like, oh, like for all we know, we could. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one.
But that's like with everything, though. Like
it's like if you're willing to trust it in it, but like.
So you don't know until you see it. So
if people believe in that theory, right, what happens when you die?
Respawn.
You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. Oh, you know. Gulag.
I saw the gulag. So I believe in that.
As long as I haven't got a shotgun, brother, I'm okay in it, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think of it like that.
I believe before I believe that. Then I can't lie.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a really weird one, isn't it?
Stretch. It is a stretch. Have you watched Inception?
I was literally. No. Well, I was trying to watch it again yesterday, but I couldn't watch it. Like it was like 2:30, and I was like, nah, I'm watching this. Like it's too much. Too much. Have you guys watched Shutter Island?
Yeah.
A very, very good film. Very, very, very
good. He recommended that to me.
It's cold, isn't it? Yeah, going back to simulation. So in short, we're living in a world, universe, that's being controlled by someone else.
Not necessarily controlled by someone else, but like not specifically that, because the fact that like we don't know it's real. Like
we're like GTA characters, so we're like
like in essence, we could be Franklin. I don't know. I forgot the Michael and Michael and the other one in it. Like we could just be that, but you can't say because you can't be in multiple places at one time. Like I can't be in your room, Kel's room, and my room at the same time. So I don't know what's going on behind Kel's door. Like it could be like just end of like a TV set for all I know. So experiences are limited by what you can see in it. Is basically what the whole argument is, isn't it? So it's a bit crazy. And there's a lot of there's like the barn example. There's loads of different there's like gated counter examples. Loads of things in it. There's like going on about all of this.
Wouldn't there be glitches in it?
Yeah, that's what there's
Wouldn't there be
stuff
a
like you know them TikToks like glitches in a simulation. I tried to look up football conspiracy theories, but I couldn't really come up with any. I couldn't really find any. There's only
Ronaldo one.
The Ronaldo from '96, the World Cup. That's the only one that I could see. But you know how he got sick and he didn't play in the final against France?
Oh yeah,
that one. But
Forget it. Hold on. Conspiracy. I'm still a bit baffed in it. My mind is
extreme. Yeah, it's a weird one. But also, going back to the red pill, would you guys take the red pill or would you take the blue pill? Because keep in mind, yeah, like getting the red pill doesn't automatically. Really?
Ignorance is bliss, isn't it?
I can't be asked in it. Just carry on what I'm doing.
Because it's an endless cycle of just like nothingness, isn't it? It's really hard to get to the bottom of it. But it makes you think, it just makes your brain, like every time you sleep at night, makes you think a little more, innit?
Because imagine if because obviously different religions believe in different things like afterlife and whatnot, yeah. And I'm not gonna say what's right and what's not because we don't know it. Unless Donnie said I saw God and some next thing and I died for 20 minutes and whatnot. You know, that kind of stuff I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not gonna say anything. But like from what we can like sort of say, we don't know anything, right? Yeah. Imagine, you die and then you like just respawn. Not respawn like as us, but like
someone else.
Yeah. You know? Have you ever had that dream?
You don't know you did.
You die and then you wake, like you're reborn in another family. So I had a dream, that I died, right? And I was reborn like an opposite yard. Like I was like in a family in the opposite yard, and I was like slowly cooking with that's my mom, that's my dad, that's my bro, and I was just watching them, and then I'm just some white kid just standing there like, mom, and I woke up. I don't know what happened, but that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's it makes you like, because it's like your rationale and like kind of what your common sense would tell you, like, nah, man, like it's all real, like common, like he exists, like that happened, definitely happened, like, but for all we know, like it could just be.
You just have to trust someone else's word.
Yeah, exactly. Trust them. Like think about it, like everything. A lot of things we've been learning is just off someone else's word. Like it's just like, oh, like the teacher told you, like I don't know, like 2 + 2 is 4, but like you never worked it out. And that's what I'm trying to say.
It's like yeah, you're right. Because today, I missed a lecture, right? Like a tutorial thing, right?
Oh, no.
One of my boys then told me like what happened in the tutorial. Obviously, I'll catch up with the notes and whatnot, but apparently those notes won't be put up. So I have to trust his word for what's gonna come up in the final exam back in May time, right? For any, like he could be wrong in it, but I'm having to trust his word. That may have not even come up in today's tutorial. He could have given me the wrong note, sort of thing. Yeah. I have to trust his word. Everything is like that. Okay,
so you're saying that everyone's lying, basically. That's what the whole thing's based on.
Not lying. But
yeah, because they'd have to be lying otherwise. If it wasn't that, they'd have to be lying. And then they're just saying something that isn't true.
Not everyone's lying, but it's just a thing of like, you don't
know until you see yourself.
Like, no, for what Agaash knows, the tutorial couldn't have not happened today. And like,
exactly,
he was just told by like his whatever just to say this to him. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's you don't know it. You can't be certain in it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you could never be certain unless you see it.
I think that was a terrible example, but you know what? I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical, but you know.
Yeah, of course it's not real.
Of course,
it's not real. But like,
but then why is it interesting? Why is it interesting? Because the whole thing is based on sounds just like so dumb to me. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. And it's like, oh, what if he said he went to the shop but he didn't go to the shop? Oh my god, it's simulation. I'm like, what?
Wait, I guess she works. I think he works for them. Debunking the thing.
Yeah, he's part of that committee, isn't it? He has to be like, they know too much. They know too much. He's just got some guy with a gun. He's just got a guy. There's a guy holding a gun like that.
And it's like, FBI, open up.
Oh no, but you don't know that, Kel. You never learn it.
I feel like all these theories are a long shot. I don't know one conspiracy theory that everyone's been like, yes, that's like 100% true in it. Like all of them sound like
aliens slyly is a conspiracy theory, yeah. Slyly.
Oh, you law on your aliens, fam, innit? Like, oh.
Yeah, it is 100% is.
Because we don't know in it, but like it's just it's common sense. If we can't be the only sort of.
I have a question. If you could like know the answer to one like big like how Earth was created, or like how life, which one would you want to know? Like,
one big
are aliens real? Yeah, you can get answer to one, and that's it.
Did Gerald
aliens
purposely miss that penalty against Blackburn to sack Ray Ogden?
That's up there, isn't it? That is up there.
That
is up there.
Seriously, who killed JFK? I don't know. That's something interesting to me.
Oh.
No, it was like as in the sense like no, but as in we know who killed him. We don't know like who killed him.
Oh right, yeah. It's
like,
so you could know. You could know if there's an afterlife, how Earth was created, how life was created. Yeah, are aliens real? But you want to know the shit that you're talking about right now. Like you have
Did I say anything?
anything.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I haven't answered it.
No. But you lot are making some suggestions of like,
No. Listen.
No.
The afterlife thing, I wouldn't want to know because I'll just like say they're like,
yeah, that one.
Die. Like, then I'll just be like, now, like, well, what's the point in life, innit? Like,
it's the same thing where like you wouldn't want to know when you die. That it's that question when you die or how you die.
Oh, when you, yeah.
But forget that. One big question. Thing is, I want to know aliens exist, right?
Okay.
I feel like it's kind of obvious, isn't it?
Now, Madeleine McCann, I want to know Madeleine McCann. I can't lie, I want to know that.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to know Madeleine McCann. I'm not gonna lie, I want to know that because as much as it's irrelevant, it will just like settle the whole debate in it.
What would make us the most money?
Yeah, my God, the 18 podcast special of breaking news. We have the answer.
Madeleine McCann will make us blow up, yeah, for real. Like if we were able to break the news, like she's still alive, you know, the madness.
Like, you'd have to rinse the parents though, rinse the parents and the government for the money, innit? It'll be like if you give us 10 mil each, yeah, we'll reveal the truth.
10 mil for the amount they spent. 10 mil, bro. I'm
chasing a bag, fam. I'm chasing a bag.
100 mil each.
I want us lot to be settled. I want our kids to be settled. Our grandkids, our whole family, generational, everything. And I want some sort of, you know. No one can
bro, I'm living good, fam. I'm not having to work a day of my life, innit?
Thing with the Madeleine McCann thing is, like, I got a lot of hate for that episode. But I feel like it would be cool if we knew in what happened. So it would be kind of like, not cool, that's the wrong word, but like, it would be like... it'd
be interesting, innit? It'd just be like a
closure.
The closure, yeah, it's not even interesting. Like, it's just...
She's one of us, innit? She's one of us. Yeah.
What would I want to know, though? I want to know if there's so you know how the ocean's been untouched and wait, Cole, quick question. Is it something that people already know about? Can it be something like we don't know yet, but I'll get
no, anything.
Yeah, I want to know if there are there's a whole civilization underwater, living underwater. Because I feel like there is.
Well, like in Star Wars, brothers.
Yeah, you know that episode where they went. Yeah. I forgot the Donnie's name, but yeah. I feel like there is. Jar Jar, is it Jar Jar Binks?
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Go on, Harish.
Harish.
I said you. What are your two questions? Yeah, go on. I said mine.
I'd say Madeleine McCann is up there. Like it very much is.
Just for the closure thing, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I feel like it's something that like swept the whole world.
Oh my God, I want to know what the actual reasoning for Diana's death was. Like, I want to know who.
We should pick one then. Which one? Which one do you?
Asian aunties out there now, guys.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh yeah, all of the Asian.
Yeah, they're fully there.
My queen Diana. No, fine. I'll do the Diana thing. Say no.
Yeah, I'll do Madeleine McCann. Say no. What about you, Phil?
Mine is how Earth was created and thereby life as well. Yeah, that's 2 in 1.
You made us think that long, yeah, for that.
For that, just to be like
for that. So you think
make it more interesting? Make it more interesting. Make yours more interesting.
Also, by the way, I think it's a combination of God and the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, just I'd say put that out there. I think it's a combination of both. But yeah, anyway, sorry. I'll shut now. It's like mad theory that we learned in school, innit?
See, if not, I would have said the whole alien thing. If not, I would have said the whole alien thing. If we're staying on.
Okay, if we talk about things happening on Earth, how were the pyramids really made?
Ooh, that's
because a slave, it can't just be slave labor. Like, do you know how many people it would actually can, innit?
It can. Yeah. But it's more of the way the pyramids are like the direction and whatnot, innit? It's like that stuff as well. Yeah. There's a lot to it. That might even be a nice episode to talk about. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because I read a bit on it as well recently.
Damn. Okay.
I read an article just saying like, oh yeah, they knew about right angles and stuff, and I was like, man, I want you to tell me that aliens came down and just built. Man, I just.
How do you think it was built? In short.
Actually, I think it was like slave labor because them lot were like on some next crack in it. They probably had like 1,000 people like like pushing like one fucking boulder in it. So these are just
built different.
Yeah.
Believe
What do you think?
The same thing. I don't. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really back any of that other stuff in it.
But there are, you know, those images in Egypt where there's big humans and then there's little humans. I feel like at some point there were like massive humans, like massive. Like, like 10-foot.
Well, sort of evolution, we just like kind of.
Yeah, we just sort of shrunk, and us Tamils just keep shrinking. But you know what I mean.
You know, there's people that don't believe in evolution, by the way.
Oh my. Listen, it's 10. Like, come on now, I can't.
Yeah.
We can't keep. We can keep this. There's a lot to talk about. There is.
You know that thing you tweeted is like, oh, when it's time to go on wars, and then the guy, he just like 3 people walked and he just quit. He just died.
That cracked me up, man. That cracked. And the Jota video that you posted.
Yeah.
That stuff. But yeah.
Oh, Twitter's a wonderful place, isn't it? Yeah.
That was our conspiracy theories. Kel was, what was yours again? The Bob Lazar. And you think he's being real, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, yours is the simulation thing. What do you believe in? Simulation?
Nah, it was real. It was real. Yeah, it was.
I said that. And what was mine? Moon landing. Moon landing was not fake, and that's our debunked episode for today. We're gonna call it the debunked episodes. We're gonna debunk stuff. I mean, we can't, but like we can give our opinionated debunk.
Opinions in it, yeah.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I had good feedback on the tier list, so maybe we can bring that back up. We can do a tier list on what the most believable and not believable conspiracy theories.
I feel like we just scratched the surface though. We wouldn't like.
Yeah, your one was like mad. Like I was deep in like everything. Yeah. Like I like this. It's
quite interesting, isn't it? It's like show and tell.
Hopefully, maybe this might come out soon, but if not, it'll be next week. And I need to see how because I don't know, it's just exams.
Yeah, good luck. Agaash for your exams.
Yeah, good luck.
Whatever you two, good luck for whatever. But yeah. Remember, like, subscribe, follow up everything, keep the support up. We reached 100 followers on Instagram, which is lit for me, innit? If we hit 10 episodes, we get 100 followers. 100 episodes, 1,000 followers. So listen, let's keep growing. Let's keep growing.
It's exponential growth, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We're growing, innit? If it's slow, it's slow. Listen, we'll keep it going. If you like it, if
you're gonna do a giveaway for 100 subscribers.
Carsenga. Asking me for giveaway, fam. I'll do what these YouTubers do, where I'll make another account and I shout out Don Pablo XYZ 1 2 3 4 5.
Yeah,
he's got iPad. Just give it to Kel. But yeah, just follow me and everything in it. Just follow these. I'll put their apps in the comments below, and if you're listening to it, it'll be on the Instagram and whatnot. You can follow them up. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. This is just a little touch up on a few conspiracies, a bit vague conspiracies as well. Like, you should know what's up with these. We'll try and figure out some more interesting ones when we're all a bit more freed, and you know what, I'm waffling, so I'm gonna cut this right now. So we need to make a thumbnail. But anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Do not leave the call when you make a thumbnail. But yeah, yeah.